A woman bitten by a state patrol canine can now sue the state of Minnesota.
The case has been working through the courts for many years, and Fox 9's Rob Olson joining us now. And so, Rob, this all comes down to the state's dog bite law.
Yeah, and a legal question here. You know, the dog bite law holds owners liable if the dog bites and injures somebody completely unprovoked. And the question is, does that apply to the state when the state is the owner of the dog? The state had said no, there's some broad immunity from those liabilities here. But today the Supreme Court said no, when the state's an owner, that law applies as well.
We'll take the next case here, Barrier versus Minnesota State Patrol.
It was back in March when the state Supreme Court heard this case.
The trooper allowed Barrier to interact with one of the dogs, and the dog bit Barrier without warning.
A question of whether the state is liable if canines that are part of the state patrol bite and injure somebody entirely unprovoked. At the core of the issue is Minnesota's dog bite law that holds owners liable for dogs who attack or injure somebody acting peaceably in a place that they may lawfully be, which is exactly what attorney Grant Borgen argued to the court.
The words "the owner of the dog" plainly, clearly, and unmistakably apply to the state when the state is the owner of the dog that attacks.
The whole case stems back to 2019 when Christina Barrier was bitten by a state patrol canine in Owatonna. She was working at a car dealership where a trooper had brought his squad for service. She had a long-term injury to one hand and sued the state patrol. The case was about to begin trial in 2022 when the state claimed that Minnesota law that protects the state from liability claims applies here too.
And that means that the state patrol is immune from suit under that provision here.
The Supreme Court had already ruled 19 years ago that city and county canines are subject to Minnesota's dog bite law. And the ruling now is that the state patrol should be treated no differently, no immunity, unless the legislature rewrites the law.
Confirms exactly what the district court said, and that is that the Minnesota State Patrol, or any Minnesota state agency for that matter, is not immune from Minnesota's strict liability dog bite statute.
So Barrier's attorney there tells me that this trial, this lawsuit against the state for this injury suffered now 5 years ago is back on, expecting it to be sometime within the next 6 months in Steele County. Live in St. Paul, Rob Olson, Fox 9.
All right, thank you, Rob.